Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Zahran Maharandi and my student ID is 2010 95 2055. This time, I want to explain about structure and function of electrical power system. The power system is a network which consists generation, distribution, and transmission system. It uses the form of energy like coal and diesel and converts it into electrical energy. The power system includes the devices connected to the system like the synchronous generator, motor, transformer, circuit breaker, conductor. The power system is the complex enterprise that may be subdivided into the following subsystems. The subsystems of the power system are explained below in details. Next. Structure of electric power system. There are four structure, and number one is generation subsystem. Number 2, transmission and sub-transmission subsystem. Number 3, distribution subsystem. And number 4, utilization subsystem. Generation subsystem. In generating station, the fuel, coal, water, nuclear energy is converted into electrical energy. The electrical power is generated in the range of 11 kilovolt to 25 kilovolt, which is step up for long distance transmission. The power plant of the generating substation is mainly classified into three types. In include thermal power plant, hydropower plant, and nuclear power plant. The generator and the transformer are the main components of the generating station. The generator converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. The mechanical energy comes from the burning of coal, gas, and nuclear fuel, gas turbine, or occasionally the internal combustion engine. The transformer transfers the power with very high efficiency from one level to another. The power transfer from the secondary is approximately equal to the primary except for losses in the transformer. The step-up transformer will reduce losses in the line, which makes the transmission of power over long distance. Next subsystem is transmission subsystem. An overhead transmission network transfers electric power from generating units to the distribution system, which ultimately supplies to the load. Transmission lines also interconnect neighboring utilities, which allow the economic dispatch of power within regions during normal conditions, and the transfer of power between regions during emergencies. Standard transmission voltages are established in the United States by the American National Standards Institute. Transmission voltage lines operating at more than 60 kilovolt are standardized at 69 kilovolt and until 765 kilovolt line to line. Transmission voltages above 230 kilovolt are usually referred to as extra high voltage or EHV. High voltage transmission lines are terminated substations which are called high voltage substation, receiving substation, or primary substation. The function of some substation is switching circuit and out service. They are referred to as switching the station. At the primary station, the voltage is stepped down to value more suitable for the next part of the flow toward of the load. Very large industrial customers may be served directly from the transmission system. Next, distribution subsystem. The component of an electrical power system connecting all the consumers in an area to the bulk power source is called a distribution system. The bulk power stations are connected to generating substation by transmission lines. They feed some substations which are usually situated at convenient points near the load centers. The substation distribute the power to domestic, commercial, and relatively small consumers. The consumers require large blocks of power which are usually supplied the sub-transmission or even transmission system. And last structure is utilization subsystem. Power system loads are divided to industrial, commercial, and residential. Industrial loads are composite loads, and induction motors form a high proportion of these loads. These composite loads are function of voltage and frequency and form a major part of the system load. Commercial and residential loads consist largely of lighting, heating, and cooking. These loads are independent of frequency and consume negligibly small reactive power. The loads varies throughout the day, and power must be available to consumer on demand. The daily load curve of utility is a composite of demands made by various classes of users. And maybe this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.